All right, guys, so I may have been selling on Amazon for over 4 years, but I learnt a very important lesson this week. And the first thing I wanted to do was to share it with you guys. So that's why I'm making this video. So let me talk you through what happened this week. So what you're seeing in front of me is the revenue and net profit for a new product that I launched at the end of September. So it's been live around about 4 weeks at the moment. Now, for some reason, this product performed well, but I couldn't quite get over the final hurdle. So my ranks were going well, my sales were going well, but there was this kind of stumbling block that was stopping me from getting from the top of page 2 in the organic ranks onto page 1. And throughout the period I've been selling, I kept seeing these really, really good sales days, and then things would suddenly slow down. And you can see here, it's reflected in these lines. Sales would be half, some days what they were the day before, and it's really up and down. Now, selling on Amazon isn't a consistent thing anyway, so there will always be some sort of variation in the sales you'd expect. But when things are, 50% different from day to day, I was struggling to really pinpoint what the issue was. I was maybe just expected that was the niche and that was how products were performing in that niche. But I was monitoring my BSR, which is your bestseller rank, which is the best metric for comparing your product against other products in that niche. And I kept dropping off. I was going from being around about the 50th bestseller to maybe the 100th bestseller, then going back up to 50 and then back down again. And I couldn't quite figure out what was going on. And this week it's finally twigged, and I think I have discovered the answer. So I wanted to tell you guys about it. And just to follow on from this as well, I was also seeing it in the rank. So this is one of the keywords I was tracking. And you can see here we had the initial launch period. But I was really struggling to make this final bit of progress, and we were doing this drop off and then coming back up, and we're dropping off and back up, and so on and so forth. But I think I've got the answer now. So let me talk you through this. So let's go to an example niche here. We have the car key signal blocker pouch, which is a product I used to sell many years ago. And the reason I'm using this niche is it's a really good example, without showing you my exact product, of what is happening to my product. So these 4 products here are the first 4 organic listings in this niche. So if you're not familiar with Amazon, the first ones are sponsored products. So you always want to ignore those when you're doing your product research and analysis. So these are the first 4 organic listings, and you can see here, get this tomorrow, get this tomorrow, get this tomorrow. Now, when you scroll down, you'll notice, if we ignore the highly rated ones, we then start to see products that are all of a sudden the 1st of November or the 31st of October, and you've got another one there that will be delivered tomorrow. Now, you might be wondering, why is there this fluctuation in delivery dates? And the reason I started to focus on this is I noticed my product was getting the same thing. I was getting longer delivery dates than my competition. And I know from my own shopping habits, even if I don't necessarily need something the next day, I will quite often still buy the product that is available next day. And the type of product that I'm selling is the sort of thing people will be ordering when they suddenly think about it and they do want it quite urgently. So next day delivery was very important, and it would have played an impact in conversion rates. And conversion rates is pretty much the key factor, because basically it is sales when it comes to Amazon. Amazon wants to put products in front of customers that customers are going to buy. So if your conversion rate isn't high enough, they're going to list other products that have a better conversion rate. So I think what's happening is some days my product will be shown as available for next day delivery or 48-hour delivery. And then some days it'd be shown as 3-day or 4-day or 5-day delivery. And that was causing these drop off in sales, which has made it hard to get consistent sales, which has made it difficult for those organic ranks to take that final step and really break onto the first page. So now we know the background. Why has this actually happened? Well, my new product is what you call a small and light product. So the small and light program is something you can opt into with Amazon. So you can still sell a small and light product and not choose this program. But I was choosing this program as it offers better fees. So if we just read this bit of gumph here at the top of this PDF, it says, FBA Small and Light is an Amazon fulfillment solution for your fast-moving, small, lightweight products priced £9 or below. This program offers lower fulfillment fees versus standard FBA fulfillment fees on comparable products when shipped locally. So the reason I wanted to opt into this is my product fell into this category here. So I think we were paying about £1 to fulfill the product by using the small and light program. Now, if I use the standard FBA program, which is for standard size here, and we find the equivalent listing, it is £1.87. So almost double the cost from the fulfillment perspective. So that is why I was using the small and light program. Now, the trade-off with using the small and light program is Amazon sometimes use Royal Mail for the end fulfillment of that product because it's small enough to go in the post and they have a deal with Royal Mail. And obviously recently we've had quite a lot of strikes and there are strikes planned as well over the next month. So I looked at all of that data and realized, you know what, I'm probably better off paying that extra 87p in fulfillment fees and getting next day delivery on my listing. And it's very early days, so I don't want to read too much into this. But you can see since I've made the changes, things are certainly starting to pick up, and we will see this hopefully reflected in the ranks because the ranks will always lag by about a week or so. But so probably by next week's video, we will see how these ranks have responded to that. So that was the big lesson that I learned this week. If you are using the small and light program and you are struggling to make that final jump onto the first page, maybe consider opting out. So I've disenrolled, I've gone back to standard FBA fulfillment, and now I've got next day delivery on my product. The sales have picked up. Now, I'm not saying the small and light program is bad, but certainly when you're in that launch phase and it's all about conversions, you may want to consider opting out. Like I may opt back in at some point if I get my ranks in place and get them secured. I may experiment with small and light and see what happens to the ranks. But it's certainly something to be aware of. Don't just use the small and light program and expect sales to be the same because customer expectations are next day delivery and a small and light program doesn't generally offer that at the moment. Now, if you find these type of charts helpful, such as the profits here that we've got from Helium 10 and also the keyword tracker, remember you can use FBA Elite 20 to get 20% off for your first 6 months, which is the best discount code currently available for Helium 10 at the moment. So hopefully you guys have found this video helpful. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more from me, subscribe to the channel. And what I'm going to do now is pop up a video showing you guys exactly how I find products to sell on Amazon. And I recommend you guys give that a watch.